Hello, this is a 98 Chevy Camaro V6. Customer told us it has a blown head gasket. It has oil in the water in the oil. I can show you that just by pulling out the dipstick here. Right here. Oil is all milky white. It's not supposed to be there. Alright. And also you can tell by pulling the radiator cap and you see there's no radiator fluid. That means all the water is in the motor. Bad thing, bad. So we're going to be disassembling this entire top end and replacing the head gaskets. I'll come back little by little and show you how it goes. We already pulled off the intake plenum. Or not the plenum, the intake, air intake tube here.
From the
with
box
the
to the intake.
From the box to the intake, of course, shut up. These are body clips. They're pretty easy to remove. You want to use a body clip tool, which I didn't bring with me, but if you don't have one, you can use a flathead screwdriver or some pliers. They would sit inside this like there, and these push down inside. And in order to pull this out, you just pull this piece from the bottom of the clip and it'll pull right out of the hole. We got a little bit more done here. As you see, we have the alternator removed. The spark plug cables are removed from the, what are those again? Coil packs. Okay, forgetting what things are again. Okay, coil packs, spark plug cables removed, alternator removed. We got the throttle cable bracket removed with the throttle cables, as well as all the radiator lines, other than the lower line, which we're not going to bother with, is removed. Next step, we are going to remove the intake plenum, fuel lines, and the coil pack, and then we're also going to remove the water pump housing. That's this guy here. We're going to have to remove it so we can get to the cylinder heads. Took off the intake manifold and the intake plenum. Water pump is also off, as well as the alternator bracket. See right down in here. Well, that works. Here we go. See how much rust is in there. All the rust is a sign of that the customer was using straight water in the motor. Just anytime in general, you do not want to run straight water in your engine. It will cause rust and buildup and the gaskets to fail. I'll show you the intake manifold gaskets so you can see what I'm talking about. See right here? It's all rusted out, swollen. They're even broken in a few places too. This is caused from running straight water. Alright, and the intake manifold's right here. This intake manifold is kind of a pain in the butt. It has some hidden bolts. See right here, there's a bolt inside the intake manifold. There's one here and another one here. As well as you got one, yeah, that's the back. You have one here on the back. No, that's not one, sorry. There's one right here on the back. You're just gonna have to feel around and find them. You got this one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have a total of 12 bolts holding down the intake manifold. You do have to remove the plenum in order to get the manifold off. As you can see here, the water port, was leaking past the intake manifold gasket. That's also a sign that they were running straight water in the engine. Okay, big no-no. Okay, so far we've taken off the cylinder head, one cylinder head, the valve covers, and the exhaust manifold on the driver's side. And we just connected the lower pipe on both sides In order to pull the valve cover off on the passenger side, there's an engine lift point right there. It's not required to have that in the car. In order to pull the motor out of the car, it has to come out the bottom, so that is a useless item. It gets in the way. In order to pull off the valve cover without lowering the motor to get to the back of it to get the bolts off, we actually took a long pipe or bar or 2x4 or whatever and hit it with a sledgehammer to knock it back about an inch to, right, it was about an inch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we knocked it out back about an inch. Just enough so we can get a 1/4 inch drive socket back there in the back corner to get the valve cover off. When we do get that cylinder head off, we're going to remove that bracket and throw it in the trash, because it's pointless to have there anyway. In order to get the cylinder head off, you have to remove the exhaust manifold. That's mandatory. There are 8 bolts, right? 8 head bolts that hold the cylinder head on, and let's see, 4 of them are right across the spark plug area. And in order to get them, you have to remove that exhaust manifold. They're a real pain in the butt to get to. I recommend you having 2 people to do that. 1 person under the car, 1 person on top. We used a 1/4 inch drive air ratchet, broke it free a little bit, and then zipped them off. The person on the bottom put the socket on the bolt, and the person on top just used the air ratchet. So that's how we did that side. This side we're gonna have to do the same thing. We just haven't gotten there yet. We're gonna be doing that next. We pulled off the water pump mainly because we found out that they were running straight water in here. We wanted to clean it out.
It was because of the bars, the bars leaking.
Yeah, oh no, we wanted to clean it out real good. That was why we originally pulled it off. But when we pulled the cylinder head off, we found out that they used head gasket repair. You can see right here, this clump of stuff, that's that sealant repair shit. That we're gonna have to do a flush on the motor, a very, very thorough flush on the motor to try and get all that out of there. As you can see, this is the driver's side cylinder head. There's really nothing wrong with it. We didn't find any sign of cracking, warping, broken area in the head gasket, so we're for certain that the problem is on the passenger side. When we get the passenger side off, we will come back and let you guys know more. Alright, till then.